I don't think I was more than 4 or 5, but it's a very clear memory that that person asked the boy who was bringing him water, what is your name? And he said whatever his name was, Mahinder Joginder. No, your full name. He said, this is my name. Then he said, what is your father's name? He just wanted to know the caste. And my grandmother was standing, there was a cow shed and she was standing there. And she heard this and she said, please, I can just send you back. The boat is ready. We had to reach the village by boat because the Koshi River flows between, the mainland and that little island of grief and poverty. So she said that you please sit in the boat and please go back. So he said, Chachi, what happened? She said, no, nothing happened. We can't have this conversation here. And she said, no, I am very clear about this. We will have no conversation about this. Unless you learn to speak a different language, please go back. So he actually picked up his bags and he went away. He was very sheepishly and he said, I want to say sorry. She said, no, you cleanse your spirit and then you come back. And when he went away, I said, Nana, why did you do this? And she said, don't you think you were very rude? She said, no. The thing is that they know that this is a place where Gandhi Baba lives in everyday life, and people have to have a clean heart, a clean mind, a clean soul to practice actual nonviolence. And this was extremely violent. This boy who has no idea what his caste is, because in this village, we have absolutely finished this off. And so this is one place where I don't want this conversation to start. Because if it starts, he will ask me, what is caste? Are you a higher caste? Am I a lower caste? Or things like that. So that was my first exposure to actual spiritual aspect of nonviolence, where you have to clean your spirit before you can even enter that temple. I'm very clear about one thing, and I have always said that even as a leader of the police, as a team member of the police, and as a trainer, I've always said that our use of violence is very clearly enunciated in our duties. See, the police if you think that you can do anything arbitrarily, it's not possible. And that's why it's easy to get India's police officers to court, because there are things which are enunciated, there are ways and methods that you have to do. And so you have to try and stop people through negotiation, through conversation, talk to the leaders amongst them. One of the best methods is to employ good intelligence. And if you have good intelligence, and if you have people in every organization, everyone is a citizen of India. Whether it is the car sevak who is demolishing the Babri Masjid, or the people who are in the Ram Masjid committee, or the Babri Masjid, Ram Mandir committee, or the Babri Masjid committee, everybody is a citizen of India. Let us talk to them. Let us listen to them. And let us try and stop them through conversation. This is enshrined. This is one Gandhian thing which is enshrined in our method of working. If that doesn't work and they have collected, and you see that they are armed or they can become violent, then you tell them, you warn them, and then you use minimum possible violence. Strategically, when police kills someone, it's very stupid, I think. It's not only cruel and it is unconstitutional, but it's also very dumb professional. So the one of our additional SPs, whose gunman was standing there, his guard, he went up to the roof. There was a army corporal whose house was next to this. Later we discovered it was the factory. So he climbed up the roof, jumped on that Maoist, on his head. The Maoist was trained for weapons, for close combat. He was not trained for someone jumping on his head and biting him. And this Havaldar, he was from Uttaranchal. Very hardy people, amazing people from Uttaranchal. He was, I think, a Kumaoni. He just, bit him on the head. Then he bit him on his shoulders. He just bit him all over and his pistol fell. That just gave us that little 4-second window. And one of our boys just ran, picked up the pistol, and we grabbed him. Gandhiji has given this 18 days of Gita Pravachan, discourses on the Bhagavad Gita. And he says that, no, if you are faced with immense violence where somebody who is vulnerable is going to be killed or raped or, there's some travesty happening to someone who's vulnerable, who you should protect with your life. You should use whatever force you can. And here there is force. This is not a power game, but where, reasonable force, as we call it, it's reasonable force. Now, these encounter killings in India, we can go into the history of it, but what I'm trying to tell you is that that ethos also came from this situation where Indians became competitive. And somehow in the competition, what you really like and what you hold festivals for is masculinity. To be more macho, masculine. And so you'll see women in police, and I have struggled all through my career. I had to struggle less with men in police than with women in police, to make them understand that just stay the woman that you are, because you have strength, and that's what you need. What you need to serve your own people is a sense of service. To protect your own people is a good strategy to, secure them, and to serve your nation, to look at everyone equally. That's it. So be mindful, be responsible, connect. We are a collective. Human beings are a collective. We could not have been where we are through competition. We could not have been where we are. We have come here, we have reached this place only because we have cooperated.